Connecting communication. Connecting communication is a concept that I learned from Marshall Rosenberg. He called it nonviolent communication, though he's not so happy with the name nonviolent, but yeah, that's the way I call it, connecting communication, because it's a kind of communication that connects with other people, but also with yourself. So I saw Marshall Rosenberg several times in several workshops, and what particularly appealed to me was the transformative power when I saw Marshall Rosenberg coaching people, getting into in a kind of interaction where people were suffering. Sometimes they were suffering from old pain. And it was beautiful to see how in a few half an hour, people really started having a transformation in themselves. And me witnessing that in the audience helped me also to get into this transformative power and transform some old pain into air, energy, insights, forgiveness. It was good. So every trainer explains connecting communication in their own way. We all have our personal touches. For me, connecting communication is a very good tool to inspire myself in how I talk with other people. It makes my communication more clear and respectful. So I avoid judgments, and I'm very specific about what I'm asking, what I'm sharing. I'm always based in what is the need behind my communication. So that is one interesting thing, especially when you want to give feedback. Connecting communication gives you a lot of inspiration. But next to that wonderful thing is the connective listening, the way how you listen to other people. In the past, when I was listening, I'm into communication already when I was 23. I then started my first workshop. But when I listened, when I was empathizing, I was also thinking about how am I going to react. This connecting communication helped me to connect more and longer with what the other person is sharing. So when I listen in an empathical way, I'm connecting with what the other person is thinking and mainly needing and feeling. So I can really make my mind clear to be with the other person. And I think that helps very much the other person to clarify their thoughts, their feelings, the meanings of the feelings, etc. And it also clears the mind, because when I afterwards want to share something with this person will be able to listen better than before talking. So it opens the ears. So I'm very happy to know that, and also to learn people how to listen in this empathical way where they can focus on the feelings and the needs of other people without interrupting and just be there, be present. That's really a wonderful gift of connection. So that is one thing. Another thing I really like is the way how you deal with not fulfilling needs. Sometimes I can't fulfill a need. Sometimes I have a need for connection or tenderness or love or help, and it's not there. And then I remember myself when I was younger, I started judging other people for not helping me. I became a little bit angry. I can still feel that, but there is a shortcut. This connecting communication helped me to bridge the moments where I can't fulfill my needs. And sometimes I'm feeling unpleasant feelings. And then let them be there and just connect with the underlying need, with my longing for life. without getting into a judgment towards others or myself is something very precious now that I take along in my life. And I also want to share this skill with other people. Now, I see in organizations a range of benefits. Sometimes people hire more people because there's more work. I suggest train people into connecting communication where they help each other to be more effective, to evolve in the organization, to have more fun, to have more joy, to have more pleasure, and to realize more the mission of the organization. Because if people work together as a team, they create much more. We all know that. So I think it's a high value. Now, maybe you ask yourself, how does it work, this connecting communication? And people that attend our workshops will learn them 4 basic stepstones, 4 building blocks. And the first is be aware of the way how you observe. What do you see? What do you hear? Because that often affects what you are feeling. And sometimes there is an intertwining. You see something and you think something, and what you think that it's true, but that's not always true. So it's good to verify, is the other person thinking the same or is that different? So maybe you are wrong with what you think, your interpretations. So first building block is observation. Second one is feelings. The feelings is the awareness of feelings. So all feelings are okay. They are good. I don't distinguish positive and negative feelings. All these feelings are positive. They help me to connect with what I'm needing. Of course, sometimes, and most in the past, I used a kind of a feeling language that was intertwined, mingled with judgments. And there, it's not good to express them. And also for myself, when I recognize that I have some judgments behind my feelings, it's good to see what is the need behind. And that's a third stepstone, the third building block. Needs are things that you need to be happy and healthy. And so these needs, they steer my behavior, they steer my communication, and being aware of the needs behind my communication and my acting is good. And if I know the needs, the fourth building block is the request. I can request other people to contribute to my needs, but I can also request myself to what am I needing. So these both ways can help me. So, and if you really want to learn connecting communication of the nonviolent communication, it's good to practice. It takes a while, because often we are programmed here in our neocortex in a judgmental way. Our bringing up, especially mine, was good and bad thinking. So if you really want to learn it, attend workshops. We have an online learning. You can do that on your own. It only costs, sometimes it's only $9 and sometimes it's $40. And if you really want to have some coaching in between, I'm happy to meet people online to help them to progress in this connecting communication. And of course, it's a joy to be in one of our workshops. So whatever you do, connecting communication makes the world more beautiful. I wish that all leaders in the world, all politicians, all people with power were more able to connect in a connecting way. So I think that's the future for our planet, to speak with each other in a clear, respectful, kindful, loving way. May hope to see you sometime.